Princess Peach might throw you a party.
Give you some of that cake, yo!
And I'm not talking about the one from the beginning of Mario 64!
Fuck that game. All right.
Jesus.
Welcome back to Cricket!
Welcome to Cricket! Welcome back to Link to the Past. I'm Michael.
And I'm Skylar. We're going on an adventure, not just looting the town.
Last time we just looted the shit out of this town. So now we are going to actually go make our way over and do some actual saving activities.
The Kremlin child. I don't know if you're going to put anything from before the episode in, but if you do, they'll know why we came in with such energy.
All right, so
I just love that you're just murdering these knights.
Yeah, this like tiny child just walking around like in these palace guards who presumably have gone through like
that's what I'm saying.
Recruitment and training. Like they've got armor, like they've been empowered by Aghanim and Ganon's, and then I just like kill a crab. This guy is real confused.
Whoa, I just heard a crab die. Oh!
That was my pet!
I mean, they have all the survival instincts of a slug, like, walking into, like, salt.
I like these guys who just, look at the way, I love the way they just, like, jitter. Bro. Okay, he missed, so he's gonna miss. Now he looks around like...
They got that, like, Dark Souls dodge they're trying to do.
I love how they, like, look around like, did I get him?
No one saw me miss, right? No one saw that? What are those?
These are Octoroks. They're little, like, octopi that spit rocks. They apparently have awful GI tracts.
I have to blow my nose.
I'll cut it.
Just talk over it. Talk over it. Yeah.
No, because then I have to, like... So we're kind of just pop over here. So this game, there are some non-linearities, but they mostly come into play in the back half of the game. We talked about this when we played like the original Zelda a little bit, where you could kind of do things out of order if you wanted to, and that is less true in this game. Like there's the light world and the dark world are hard divided. The only way to kind of bypass a lot of that is via glitching. So we're not going to mess with that too much. But so this is Sasrala.
I am indeed Sir the village elder and a descendant of the 7 wise men. You know, the ones that met Jesus? Just there's 4 more now.
The fuck?
Why does he say, oh, really? Is it like you're talking to him?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's like an implication, like...
Okay. Vrigo! God, I forgot we named him that. I am surprised a young man like you is searching for the sword of evil spade. Not just anyone can use that weapon.
Especially not someone with tiny hands like you. A small boy.
Teeny tiny hands. But you got a mushroom, so that's important. That'll come in handy later. Anyways, heroes with this repentance can wield the sword. So you really gotta want to get on that.
Do you really want to find it? Yeah, of course.
Wow, really diverse options there. Good. As a test, can you retrieve the pendant of courage from the East Palace? If you bring it... Why was there just a, like, confirmation sound?
I don't know.
If you bring it here, I will tell you more of the legend and give you a magical artifact. Now go forward to the palace.
With your tiny hands. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you
bombing my house?
You know how long it took me to build this place, you shit?
Oh,
hey, don't take those.
You got some bombs.
That's my life savings. That's my social security. Oh my God. You bankrupted me, you little shit.
That's not, I can't declare a claim for this.
How did you pick up that many rubies with your tiny hands?
Will those little statues come to life?
Yep. These are the Armos Knights. These were also in the original.
The Armos Knights?
Yeah. That's actually, the power bracelet was hidden underneath Armos Knights in the original game. So like you had to like touch them and bring them to life.
Same, baby.
Wake me up inside. And outside, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is there a power bracelet in this one?
No, they have the gloves. Titan. They had like
they do the same thing.
Yeah, same. Well, actually, no. Because in the
what are those statues supposed to be? They look like a guy going like, oh, but he's got like a really long like nose.
Yeah, but his hands are like right out of his cheeks. Like,
yeah, and he's just got teeny tiny little feet.
The Power Glove is in the original. Like,
is there going to be a boss with an eyeball you have to hit?
Funny you ask that.
Yeah,
you'll see.
Yeah, will I be surprised?
Possibly.
Oh, okay. Well, if I walked into a place and saw statues like that with like a one eye, I'd probably leave. But I'm also not an adventurer.
Hey,
you want to come just sit on us?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Just take a little squat. It'll be fine. What does the button do?
We doing Sam's.
Oh, it opens the door.
Yeah.
Doing Sam's. You're going to want to get this done in your 30s. So, I mean, you can get a head start, just saying. Yeah.
We want you to get it done in your 30s, please.
Yeah, I don't know what that voice is. Hey!
Hey! So this game also introduced the big chest, which, you can kind of see the bottom of it there. The big chest required the big keys.
Wait, the big chest requires the big key?
Yes, because there's normal keys, which are just for opening little doors, and then there's like the big boss key, which opens the boss door as well as the big chest. So you have to find the special key to both get the item in the dungeon and then also get into the boss. And this is the wrong place.
There's something about the way that was explained that has that like, and okay. And I think like if you had no context for video games, it would just be like, what?
That is a really good point because, one of the things back when we used to when I used to teach games and stuff, and you run into it much less now because of how commonly people understand video games in general, but you still do run into the language barrier because within the context of different games, there are different language usages, right? Like a lot of people know that like pug means pickup group, but a lot of people don't if they don't play things like MMOs where group finder content is kind of like the go-to, right?
I actually just last night ran into that.
I ran into it like in the last 2 months or so.
Yeah, so I was in a Darktide group and mentioned something about a pug, and I forgot the term they used, but there was actually a moment of like, they were even playing a game with me but did not understand the term pug at all. So I actually think that one's starting to fall out of fashion just a little bit.
Well, I think it's primarily like an MMO thing anyway.
Yeah.
And there's also like, I think the context that I ran into it, because we have a friend who he plays WoW and his character's name is Pugsworth, but it's like Puggs, like pugilistic, like you're a fighter or whatever. But he's constantly like making the dad joke of pugs.
Yeah.
But that is 100% a thing, and like people even in like Warcraft understand what pugs mean. Like when you say I'm gonna pug it. But what I ran into was somebody who I think was actually older than me, which I only say because that means they've been around through the same types of movement of the game. Didn't know what it stood for. It stands for pick up group. That is the PUG. And I mean, there's also stuff that's like, LFG is looking for group. And it kind of reminds me of when DMs started becoming the standard for direct messages, but
that trips me up all the time.
Well, because when I you had old AOL Instant Messenger where you had private messages and PMs and you had whispers, and it's like if you grew up primarily playing MMOs, you might /tell or a whisper or something like that. So there's all these different terminologies, and the cross section of gamers and understanding still isn't there. I remember even switching into Final Fantasy 14 when it was early on, it brought with it the language of DD for damage dealer from Final Fantasy 11 as opposed to DPS for damage per second. And that started falling out because as FF14 got more popular and started
he's alive.
Started
he just naps between fighting.
And as Final Fantasy 14 started drawing more people from the communal MMO players, DPS displaced DD because DPS was the larger term.
I'm still trying to remember what the guy actually used the term for a public lobby now, and it's just not coming to me because I always think Pug. This guy's kind of actually tough to kill.
Yeah,
Huh?
so, I mean, to your earlier point, like, his eyes are actually his weak point, but we don't have a thing yet to deal with that. Because
Your big key.
we need that.
So the big key doesn't go to the boss room.
It does. That door up there is the boss room, but we also need it for the chest.
What's your favorite of any Zelda game? The item that you can find.
Oh, my favorite item of any Zelda
Yeah,
game? I am deeply partial to the hook shot because
That's pretty fun.
I mean, as you well know about me, I like jumping off of shit in games. I am a large person who does not have a great vertical, but oddly enough, like the flip of that is that I really love climbing and I love jumping. Both things that I am terrible at because of my size and build.
Oh, we used to rock climb pretty regularly back in the day.
Yeah, and it was hard for me because like
a decade ago.
Like I remember actually getting up over that one lip on the rock was like a major triumphant moment for me because like, holy shit, I pulled myself up and over that, and then we never went back again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what was in that door further in, so we're gonna go.
Oh, sure.
Because I think the boss entrance was further back. This might have actually been a loop around. It is a loop around.
Well, you know,
I was a big
shortcuts.
dum-dum. But yeah, so like the hook shot, which was introduced in this game, and then like as much as Twilight Princess was kind of a
the double hook shot. I was going to ask you about that.
The double hook shot and the whole dungeon around it was fantastic.
So that's actually one of my favorite ones. The spinning top from Twilight Princess was actually a lot of fun. It had very, I would say, limited uses, but it was so weird and so fun. And the boss that's associated, like, I will actually say Twilight Princess nailed it with a lot of the boss fights and like the thematic, like, because I think Twilight Princess is the one that had the Goron who's like on fire or whatever, this like giant Goron monster that you have to fight. The like dragon head that you fight with the spinning top was a lot of fun. The double hook shot one was like a dragon kind of thing.
You had to like hook shot to its tail and then
Yeah.
also to like some of the stuff up in the sky to like hit him. Twilight Princess is one of those games that like did a lot of things right, but it was just disconnected enough that it didn't hit the same.
It doesn't, yeah, it kind of, to me, it flies a little under the radar. Like, because I'm trying to remember the release of things now. Because Twilight Princess came out after Wind Waker. And originally Wind Waker wasn't very well loved, right?
It received great reviews, and then a lot of people I wouldn't say that it wasn't well loved. It's more that like the people who didn't like it, that were mad that it went cartoony, just went really hard. And then it kind of also had like a weird mixed. There were things about it that because they did like the boat stuff, created some tension in the gameplay, just being slow.
Well, hell, I remember, and I think they fixed this for a re-release at some point, but there was a point at the end of the game where you have to go collect so much stuff to like get to the end of the game, and it's mostly just you running around sailing.
Yeah.
And
like the boat stuff was great until that was all that was left.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think.
Although I do think I enjoyed sailing on that boat for the same reason I love like just rolling around in Sea of Thieves. Just like, I'm on the waves. It's so nice. Oh God, more pirates.
Fuck.
You missed.
I did. Come on.
It's like, I'm waiting. We both know you're gonna die as soon as you open your eye. I wonder why eyes became such a prevalent, like, shoot the eye, because I mean, it's like, hell, the first. What?
Okay, so.
Is this the boss?
Yeah.
Or is this a mini boss? Wait, this is the boss?
Yep.
Oh. Okay. It is
And
different
if you
than I
go
thought it
real
would be.
fast and you use their movement against them, you can just fucking demolish them.
That was like the least climactic thing.
So if you let them, I did kind of turn that into shit.
Yeah.
If you let them start going, they spin around the room, they'll go up to the far wall and march down at you. But the thing is, they spin clockwise, which means you can use the timing of the arrow. You can basically make them take immediate hits and let yourself cycle into another arrow shot.
Jesus.
And then they'll just walk to their deaths, as you saw.
Yeah. They're about as smart as the guards, apparently.
Yeah. You won the Pendant of Courage. Take it to Sahasrara. Jesus. 2 pendants remain. Whooshink.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point to...
Well, let's go get the boots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let's go get the boots, and then...
So maybe Hyrule, and maybe this is why it's so easy for Ganon to take over. Maybe Hyrule's like army training. We don't see a lot of other kingdoms, right? So like, maybe they're just historically shitty at fighting.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's why they have to depend on Link, because it's like their whole army is just a standing bunch of nincompoops, basically.
They learned to fight with just like pool noodles.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you got the Pendant of Courage.
I didn't expect that with your tiny hands.
Yeah, look at that. You could barely hold it, really. But
how do you get your little stubby fingers around the pendant?
What was this bit? I just want to open up the frog for a second. Where did the tiny hands come from?
Open up the frog?
You've never heard that term? If you cut open the frog, the joke dies?
Now I have.
Okay, the saying is, if you examine a joke... Right, it's like cutting open a frog. Usually, the frog dies.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Anyways,
it had something to do with him like pursuing the sword. I don't know.
Okay,
I just said it.
I just didn't know where that. Okay, I didn't know.
We've
if we
opened the frog, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's how comedy works. I'll tell you more of the legend. There's 3 or 4 generations ago. I read that word wrong. I wonder if knights protected the royalty of Hylia.
They're about as shit as the current generation.
Yeah, really, just a bunch of idiots. These knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage.
They got normal-sized hands.
Those might have been the knights you killed. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against Evil that took place when 7 wise men created their You remember the 7? Among the descendants of the knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. I don't know what you said. Vrigo, I believe you.
I love that. That I see is like a, oh, this is what we got? Shit. Well, I guess you're the one that got the pendant.
Well, it's like Vrigo's like saying something like, well, you know, I mean, this is a big, heavy burden, and I just really... Cool, kid. Anyways.
I'm really working out those thumb muscles because I got these tiny little hands.
It's just so small. All right, take this pendant, carry it with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it.
It's boots, which I hope you've got normal-sized feet, you little shit.
The soles are really worn out, but yeah, they're Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. Hold the A button for a short time. A helpful item is hidden in the cave in the east side of Lake Hylia. Get it!
What you gonna do with those boots, kid?
So
what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, you actually have little red boots now.
Yeah.
Did you? You didn't have those before.
I don't remember if my feet were red before. There are little changes, like the gloves change his hand color too.
Really? That's fun.
Yeah. What the fuck? Why?
Whee! I like that it shakes.
That's not how you're supposed to do things,
you're
kid.
Actually causing earthquakes.
God, we're all screwed.
Man, it'd be fun to get something like that in Breath of the Wild, where you could just like charge forward into something.
All right, next time on Crit Couch, we'll go down there and head to the east side of the lake and see what we can get. We'll figure it out.
Now we've got our jogging shoes from Pokemon. Here we go.
Tiny hand. Next time on Crit Couch.
How far can you dash with them?
Forever.
Oh, so okay.
Until you run into something.
Cool.